Hello, good day everyone. I am Vincent Y. Marga and I'm here today to discuss to you about one of the topic of basic calculus entitled continuity of a function at a point. So let's start with what we're going to do. Today we'll discuss illustrate the continuity of a function at a specific number. Second is determine whether a function is continuous at a number or not. The third is solve problems related to the continuity of a function. So, yung three natin na i-discuss ngayon is all about revolving about these three. So, let's start with the introduction of continuity of a function. Introduction. In calculus and real analysis, continuity of a function is a key concept that signifies the smoothness of the functions without abrupt changes or interruptions. A function is considered continuous at a point or over an interval when it displays a seamless behavior without sudden jumps, gaps, or infinite oscillations. So, in calculus, continuity of a function at a point is masasabi natin siyang continuous if the graph or equation natin, if the graph is wala siyang break or holes, wala siyang sudden jumps like that. So, masasabi natin yung continuity of function is that it just parallel lang siya, hindi siya nag-jump, hindi siya, wala siyang hole, wala siyang sa ating graph is that accurate dapat siya yung ating function is that what we are anong tawag nito is that atong graph natin is that it never abruptly changes. So, masasabi natin na ang isang equation or graph natin is continuous if wala siyang sudden jumps or infinite oscillations or gaps na makikita natin sa ating graph. So, also introduction. Continuity in calculus and real analysis refers to the property of a function where its graph can be drawn without lifting the pen from the paper. Mathematically, a function f of x is continuous at a point C if three conditions are met. So, meron pa lang three conditions na ating i-regard dapat para malaman ang isang equation or graph matatawag natin continuous. So, it's very important to know these three basic rules or conditions na dapat natin malaman if we're going to solve or find continuity of a function at a point. So, the number one is the function is defined at C. So, kapag sinasabi natin the function is defined at C, is dapat real number siya. Ma-define natin siya, hindi siya irrational number or undefined number. Yung mga numbers na ganyan, yung mga irrational. Kapag yun lang in the first place is isolve mo yung isang function is mag-consider siya as irrational number, so hindi talaga siya continuous na dapat. So, automatically not continuous na ang matatawag natin if hindi siya the function is defined at C. So, the number 2, the limit of f of x as x approaches C exists. So, way back sa ating mga lower grade na mga na-discuss natin is that it means that if the right hand limit and left hand limit exists, so the limit of f of x as right hand limit and left hand limit exists, masasabi natin na ang continuous of a function is na met niya. So, one of those. So, second ng conditions na ma-meet dapat yung the limit of f of x as x approaches C exists. So, the number 3, last conditions na dapat ma-meet is the limit of f of x as x approaches C equals the value of f of C. So, it's very important na kapag yung dalawang the 1 and 2 is equal siya sa value of f of C, matatawag natin siyang continuous or continuity of a function at a point. Also, introduction. Studying continuity in calculus and real analysis is very crucial because it provides a foundational understanding of how functions behave smoothly and predictably, allowing for accurate modeling and analysis in various scientific and engineering fields. Continuity forms the basis for many important concepts and techniques in mathematics, such as differentiation and integration, and is essential for solving real-world problems accurately. So, yung continuity of a function point at a function of a point is very important when we are in scientific and engineering field. So, magagamit talaga natin yung knowledge natin all about continuous of a function at a point, because it talks about graphs, equations, and other scientific ways and engineering fields na dapat nating matakal sa continuity of function. So, basically, sa calculus is very important talaga yung malaman natin yung continuity of a function of a point para ma-dig deeper natin yung mga knowledge natin sa another or future topic nating wow, we are now in discontinuity. So merong 3 na discontinuities na ating itatakal ngayon. So, look at the functions and corresponding graphs below. So, jump discontinuity. So, kapag way back sa ating mga natakal kanina is yung ating function is that it has continuous also, but also it has also discontinuity. So, one discontinuity is called jump discontinuity. So from the graph pa lamang is that we see that there are two lines, but yung two lines is hindi na siya nag-connect. So, di bali nag-jump lang yung isang line sa taas. So, makikita natin yan na nag-jump lang siya. So, from the point A, located yung axis nila. So, nag-jump lang talaga yung graph natin. So, from the name itself, jump discontinuity. So, yung graph natin is nag-jump. Second is removable discontinuity. So sa aking mga na-discuss kanina is that removable discontinuity is meron siyang hole, di ba? So kapag sinasabi natin meron siyang hole, hindi na siya isang continuous, but also tawag siyang removable discontinuity. The third one is infinite discontinuity. So from the name itself, infinite discontinuity. So yung graph natin is papunta siyang infinite numbers. So, infinite, it may be negative or positive. So, ganyan lang siya. So, madig deeper natin yung tatlong iyan. So, dig deeper natin yung tatlong discontinuity na yan. So, jump discontinuity. So, a jump discontinuity occurs when the right and left hand limits are not equal. An illustration of function exhibiting a jump discontinuity has been previously demonstrated. So, kapag sinasabi natin jump discontinuity is that when the both, so sa ating three conditions na met, di ba second yun, yung the limit of f of x as x approaches c must be exist. So, kapag yung kapag dalawa yung natin limits, yung right hand and left hand limits are not equal, so matatawag natin siyang discontinuity na automatically, dahil sa basic lang sa explanation sa jump discontinuity, a jump discontinuity occurs when the right hand and left hand limits are not equal. So, madi-demonstrate natin na yung graph natin is automatically jump discontinuity na yan. So, ito yung previously na na-demonstrate natin sa example sa graph sa jump discontinuity. The second is removable discontinuity. The removable discontinuity is a form of function discontinuity that happens when a function's graph contains a hole. This point does not fit into the graph, resulting in a hole or detachable discontinuity. So, the second is that removable discontinuity. So, when we see a function or graph na when the graph is have a hole sa ating graph, we can call it as removable discontinuity, because sa explain plan sa removable discontinuity, it has a hole. So the function has a hole, contains a hole. So the third one is So ito yung previously demonstrated natin kanina na graph. So also whether it is due to f of a being undefined or the value of f of a varying from the limit. So infinite discontinuity, and the last one, discontinuity, that we will talk about. So in an infinite discontinuity, the left-handed and right-handed boundaries are infinite. So kagaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina, there's also time na when there are when there is a graph na yung kanyang papunta is infinite na siya. So it may be positive or negative infinity, but we call it as infinite discontinuity if the hand limit I mean the right hand limit and left handed is approaches sa infinite numbers. So di may positive, negative, or a combination of a two. So kagaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina. So ito yung previously demonstrated na graph natin na So discontinuities. Jump discontinuity. Mathematically, a jump discontinuity can be presented using piecewise function. So for example, way back sa ating mga lesson na tackle is piecewise function consists of both equations. So f of x is equal to 0 if x is greater than 0, and 1 if x is less than or equal to 0. So this function abruptly changes its value from 0 to 1 at x is equal to 0, creating a jump discontinuity. So kagaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina na ang jump discontinuity is hindi siya equal yung yung x natin. So f of x hindi siya equal. So they are different, diba? So discontinuity is also removable discontinuity. A removable discontinuity can be presented using a rational with a factor that cancels out a particular point. For example, g of x is equal to x squared minus 1 over x minus 1. So kapag sinasabi natin removable discontinuity is that it has a hole, diba? Yung graph natin, it has a hole. So at x is equals to 1, the function is undefined due to the divisions by 0, but factoring x squared minus 1 is equal to x plus 1 minus x minus 1 allow us to redefine g of x as x plus 1, making it continuous at x is equals to 1. So meron palang times na when the function is undefined, but we can redefine it by finding another o by factoring it on other ways na para ma-redefine natin yung equation natin para ma-continuous lang siya. So ito yung graph na example sa infinite discontinuity. An infinite discontinuity occurs when a function's limit at a certain point approaches either positive or negative infinity. Essentially, the function becomes unbounded at that point. For example, diba, yung infinite discontinuity is that when the graph natin is mag-approach as infinite numbers, we can call it as infinite discontinuity. So for example natin, f of x is equal to 1 over x. So at x is equal to 0, the function f of x has an infinite discontinuity because as x approaches 0 from either side, the function's values becomes arbitrarily large, heading towards positive or negative infinity. So ito yung infinite discontinuity na ating graph na ating continuity at a specific number. So magiging na tayo ng example today. So the first one example is that let's determine the continuity of f of x is equals to x squared minus 1 over x minus 1 at x is equals to 1. So step 1 natin is that yung conditions na dapat ma-met natin is that the f of c is dapat ma-define siya. So existence of function. So number 1, f of x is equal to x squared minus 1 over x minus 1. Ito yung given natin, di ba? So ang value ng x natin is equals to 1. So isa-substitute natin yan. So yung x natin is isa-substitute natin sa 1. So f of 1 is equals to 1 squared minus 1. So 1 over 1 minus 1. So next nyan is f of 1 is equals to 0 minus 0 over 0 minus 0. So diba, pag i-square natin yung 1 is, when we squared itself 1 squared, it always equals to 1. So sa rule ng exponent, yan. Pag erase natin yung 1 is 1 din yung ilalabas niya. So ating isi-simplify ito. So f of 1 is equal to 0 over 0. So therefore the function is not defined at x is equals to 1. So hindi natin siya ma-define na continuous. So step 2, existence of limit. Left hand limit of x squared minus 1 over x minus 1 as x approaches to left hand limit. So limit of x plus 1 is equals to 2 as x approaches to left hand limit. So right hand limit of x squared minus 1 over x minus 1 as x approaches to right hand limit. So limit of x plus 1 is equals to 2 as x approaches to right hand limit. So both the left hand and the right hand limits are equal to 2. So if we're going to redefine it as ang yung equal natin is 2, we can make it as continuous, diba? So we can redefine it. Since f of 1 is undefined and the limit of f of x as x approaches 1 exists and equals to, the function of f of x is not continuous at x is equals to 1. So hindi talaga siya ma-equal sa 1. Hindi siya matatawag na continuous dahil undefined yung ating f of x eh. So example number is not defined or not continuous, or DNC, that's not continuous. Another also example, continuity at a specific number. Let's determine the continuity of g of x is equals to the square root of x at x is equals to 4. So step 1 natin yung ating conditions na dapat ma-met. Existence of function. Yung given natin is g of x as x is equals to the square root of x. So substitute natin yung value ng x sa 4. So g of 4 is equals to square root of 4. So ating isi-simplify to. So g of 4 is equals to 2. Therefore the function is defined at x is equals to 4. So real number yung ating kinalabas ng f of c. So ma-define natin siya as continuous. So meron pang dalawang conditions na dapat natin ma-met. So step 2, existence of limit. So since g of x is equals to the square root of x is continuous for all x is less than or equal to 0, the limit of g of x as x approaches 4 exists. So sasabi natin yung step 2 conditions is na-met natin. So ito yung equation niya. So limit of square root of x is equal to square root of 4 as x approaches 4 is equals to 2. Step 3, equality of the function and limit. G of 4 is equals to limit of g of x as is equals to 2 as x approaches to 4. So Since the function value and the limit match, g of x is continuous at x minus is equals to 4. So, masasabi natin na yung example natin na g of x and equals to square root of x is continuous siya dahil nag-exist yung three conditions natin. Wala siyang holds or abruptly changes. So, example 2 is, what do you call this one? Another example also. Let's determine the continuity of f of x is equals to x over x at x is equals to 0. So, existence of function f of x is equals to x over x. So, what do you call this one? Isa-substitute natin yung value of x sa 0. So, f of 0 is equal to 0 over 0. So, f of 0 is equal to 0. Automatically niyan. However, f of 0 is undefined because it involves division by 0. So, pag-divide natin yung 0 over 0 is always 0 talaga yan. So, step 2, existence of limit. Left-hand limit. Limit of f of x as x approaches to left-hand limit is equals to limit of x over x is equals to negative 1 as x approaches to left-hand limit. Sa right-hand limit naman, so limit of f of x as x approaches to so positive yung sign na nasa down ng limit sa right-hand limit. So positive yan. So f of x so equals to limit of x over x is equals to 1 as x approaches to past right-hand limit. So since the limits from the left side and right side are not equal, the function is not continuous at x is equals to 0. So sa ating pala na conditions na three conditions na natakal kanina, if yung dalawang right-hand limit and left-hand limit is hindi siya mag-exist, the continuity of a function is not equal or does not. Example is that if we're going to find conclude that the function is not continuous, but if we find a way or we redefine it, we can make it as continuous. So below is the example I'm giving to you. So one example lang siya. So to evaluate the function f of x is equals to x cubed minus 8 over x minus 2 at x is equals to 2, we need to factorize it. So if we're going to substitute x is equals to 2 in the given function, so we conclude, so 2 raised to the third power is 8 minus 8 is equals to 0. But so also sa ilalim is when we substitute x, 2 minus 2 is equals to 0. So ma-undefine yung ating given function, so hindi siya continuous. But if we're going to redefine it, we need to factor it first. So factoring, ito yung given function natin, f of x is equals to x cubed minus 8 over x minus 2. So i-factor out natin siya. F of x is equals to, hanap tayo ng pag way back natin sa ating mga lower grade is find natin yung i-remember natin is paano mag-factor out ng cube. So balik tayo. So x minus 2 x squared plus 2x plus 4. So ito yung factor out ng x cubed minus 8, so over x squared. So the next thing that we have to do is that, di ba, factor out na natin. So meron ba tayong maka-cancel dito? Meron. So yung x minus 2 and yung x minus 2 sa numerator and denominator, so if ka-cancel out natin ito dahil parehas naman sila, so cancel out na lang. So yung maiwan is f of x is equals to x squared plus 2x plus 4. Ito na lang yung maiwan, wala naman silang kapareha, so i-remain natin. So substituting na tayo. So x is equals to 2 into simplified expression. So isa-substitute natin yung value ng x natin sa 2. So gamit yung function na sa ilalim natin, yung f of x is equals to x squared plus 2x plus 4. Isa-substitute natin yung 2. So the given is f of x is equals to x squared plus 2x plus 4. Substitute natin yung 2. F of x is equals to 2 raised to 2 plus 2 times 2 plus 4. So, f of x natin is equals to 4 plus 4 plus 4. Then f of x natin is 12. So, value natin is 12. That's all for today. Thank you, and thank you for having my discussion today. So, I'm Vincent once again. I am Vincent Y. Marga from TCC East Day 5.